conversation with your Plone site. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. Hello, so my name is Eric. I used to be a Plone developer. I'm now a front-end developer working at Nuclea. And at Nuclea, we build a search engine based on AI. It's been described by Ramon yesterday. And using this, you can build a chatbot over a bunch of data. You can ask questions and discuss, right? That's what we do. So the question is your Plone site intelligent? And this talk is going to be about AI, right? About intelligence, artificial intelligence. And my objective is going to be to decide if this question, which is a new question, you were not wondering about that before, right? Now you can ask yourself this question, and let's try to determine if this question makes sense, okay? So we're going to start with some small examples to measure our expectations. So here is the first example. Okay, maybe I should zoom in a bit. Very low expectation. On this web page, I have a title saying, ask me anything, and I'm just, reading, okay, if you have a question about Plone, go to communityplone.org, and wonderful people will be happy to help you. So here we see that the expectations are low. They are, okay, someone is saying, ask me anything, but then I just see that I can go elsewhere and maybe find an answer with humans. Okay, good. Right, why not? I mean, not super helpful, but okay. Second example, here the UX is a bit different because I'm still saying, ask me anything, but I have a search input. I can type something, so I can enter, I don't know, how to do unit test. And I will hit enter. Oh, and what I get is a link. Go to communityplone.org, search how to do unit test to get the answer. So here, that's exactly the same thing, right? That's exactly the same service I'm offering, going to communityplone.org, but with a different approach. This approach, offering the ability to enter a question, is leveraging my expectation. Right. So now let's move to the last example, which I have implemented with Nuclea. And here I have this search input, and I prepared a question already. This is using some documentation from Plone, just like Ramon demoed yesterday, but this time there is a UX, that's much better. And, now what I get is nice. You get an answer to your question. How to register a Volto component, and I see to register a Volto component, you use Volto config registry, blah, 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 etc. You can switch to the sources, so it points to the document. That's nice, and I can engage into a discussion with this. So I can ask for more, like, for example, should I add it in package.json? Because this is not mentioned in the answer. And yes, it depends, okay. Yeah. So it's gonna tell me some stuff about should it go to Mrs. Developer config, should it go to the package.json, etc. Interesting. And here again, I have sources. So it's like I'm actually discussing with someone who knows about Volto development. Maybe if I was discussing with Victor right now, he would provide me this kind of answer. That looks intelligent, no? So interesting. And the way I've been considering it to be intelligent or not is just duck typing. It looks intelligent, so it is intelligent. Well, that's probably a basic way to handle that, to make my decision about is something intelligent or not. But actually, that's all we have. Because if we come back to the Turing test, that's exactly what it is about. The Turing test is about the appearance of intelligence. Okay? So if something or someone looks intelligent, it must be. That's the thing. And if the Turing test itself is about being able to tell so, that means if I am engaging in a discussion I'm not able to distinguish between the human and the machine, then the machine is intelligent. That's interesting, because Turing avoids the trap to try to define what is intelligence. You cannot be into the mind of someone to define, is this person intelligent or not? Is this cat intelligent? Is this chicken intelligent or not? Difficult. You cannot do that. So you can only observe. All right. That's where we are with machines. With my website, my Plone website, asking question about Volto, I can ask, is it intelligent or not? But the duck typing approach thing implies something else. If it looks intelligent, but is not, then I call it stupid, right? So stupidity goes with intelligence. You will not call something like, I don't know, this desk as stupid because you have no expectation about it. You cannot talk with it. You cannot get information from it. So there is no point in qualifying it into stupid. That's not stupid. But if something seems to be potentially intelligent and is not, then we call it stupid. That's the two sides of the same thing. Stupidity and intelligence goes together. All right? And we know that humans can be stupid. Obviously, that's the thing. They are the one offering the maximum expectation and deceiving us the most. I mean, you can go to social networks and you check that. You will be amazed. I mean, I'm sure you know. So humans can be stupid. Hence, what's the consequences is that if you want to imitate intelligence, if you want to imitate humans properly, you need a bit of stupidity. If you're not stupid enough, you're not credible, right? And that's interesting to see that Alan Turing was totally aware of this, because he's stating in his article that it's not about providing the correct answer. It's about providing answers that would resemble to those a human would give, okay? So that's where you are. If you want to do something that looks intelligent, it should look stupid. And, well, next question is, as we saw that it's all about expectation. If the UX make you feel that something is intelligent, it raises your expectation, and then you will decide, is it stupid or not? How do you set those expectations yourself? How do you set that? Well, obviously, with your intelligence. Hence, with your stupidity, right? So AI implies a double stupidity. The stupidity of the machine, which is needed if you want it to be credible. If it's not stupid enough, it will not resemble to a human. And the stupidity of the observer, which will be stupid enough to expect the machine to be intelligent. Okay? I'm not saying that in a bad way. We are all stupid the same way, right? That we should be stupid enough to accept that maybe the machine is intelligent and stupid, etc. It's a loop. All right. So we have this double stupidity principle here. And, well, as a matter of fact, with Nuclea, your Plone site can pass the Turing test. That's a fact. You can discuss with it. We take the Plone content, we index it semantically, as explained by Ramon yesterday, and with that, we can produce answers because we extract the content and then deliver answer, and we keep track of the context. You notice when I ask about the Volto component thing, should it be added to package session? I said, should it be added without mentioning it was a Volto component? Because that was obvious, it was part of the context. That's discussion, chatting, a real chatbot, okay. That's where we are. And it's actually quite convincing. The question is, why is it that convincing? How does that work? I mean, the example with the text input compared to just the text giving the link to committed brown is quite obvious. You have an input, so you are expected to enter a question. What are the key things that make a chatbot look intelligent? The thing is, there are a lot of things that will raise our expectation level. And let's see what. First, probably if you used ChatGPT or if you saw the demo, the first thing you notice is you don't get an answer in one go when you ask a chatbot. It will go by chunk, right? There are pauses. And it makes pauses because, I mean, like it is hesitating, right? Trying to find the best way to formulate the answer. Wow, that's impressive. No, it's doing this because it's slow. It's not because it's intelligent. It's because it's stupid. It's not fast enough. So it needs to process the thing step by step. And because we do hesitate as well when we talk. I mean, I'm doing that right now, right? I'm not able to do my speech in one go unless I just memorize it. So as I am thinking and trying to find the right way to put my words, I have imposed and hesitating. And when I see this on someone else, something else, well, I think, intelligent. Here again, the double stupidity. The machine is slow, let's say stupid, so it needs time, and we are stupid. We consider that as it is hesitating, then it's intelligent. Stupidity. And as we had this wonderful talk, the keynote talks this morning about how works a language model. It's just about guessing the next word, right? So we train the system with massive amount of data, massive amount of text, and then, considering the initial text, which for a chatbot going to be the question of the user, this is the initial text. What is the most likely word? The next word. Trying to guess the next word. And then you have a new text, and you do that again. Okay, considering the question plus the first word I guessed, what's the next possible word? And it goes like this, so it takes time, right? And that's all. And as I was discussing that with Timo yesterday, he said, that's just statistic in the end. Yeah, that's just statistic. A big statistical mechanism where you just guess the next word given a series of existing words. That's super stupid, no? I mean, how can that be intelligent, right? Well, the thing is, are we ourselves, our brain, significantly different of that? That's not true. Isn't talking, like a human talking, just about guessing the right next word? Who knows that? I mean, it's not easy. Maybe you think you're smarter than that. Maybe you have language as a tool, and you have your inner yourself producing thought. Maybe you think you're thinking, right? Well, there is this book about that from Nick Shatter called The Mind is Flat. And this is a theory, right? We have no clue because we don't know exactly how the brain is working, but we have this feeling that when we are hesitating, I was talking about hesitation, we are trying to get something from the inner. We are thinking, we are deep, producing thought, amazing thought, and at some point we will phrase it, right? That's how it works. Well, and it produces this feeling that we are deep. There is something deep in me, and then I talk, thanks to this, thanks to my mind, right? Well, maybe that's not like this. The East theory is that maybe our brain has just good memory, point one, and point two is we'll always be trying to keep consistent with whatever he has been doing so far, right? So you have good memory of everything you decided in your life, all your opinions and everything, and at the time you are talking with someone, you'll keep consistent with that. Okay. And that's all what it does, because the thing is, your brain is much faster than your conscious mind. So you are not realizing that at the time you are saying something, it's just that you've built this thought on the fly, just trying to keep honestly consistent with whatever has been said before, right? And maybe we are just this, a super rapid brain with memory and no deep ourself. So it makes us very, very similar to the artificial intelligence. And that's a funny thing, that observing hesitation with the chatbot, on the chatbot, make us feel like it is as deep as us, but maybe that's the opposite. Maybe we are just as flat as it is. Difficult to tell. Another thing that makes us think that the machine is intelligent is rephrasing, because rephrasing is astonishing. With a regular search engine, you ask for something and you get the exact text from the document. Okay, so that's just technical, right? You find this text because you compute the probability that this is the thing you're looking for, and then you just spit out the way it is. Okay, not impressive. We're used to that. With ChatGPT, with Nuclea, you get something rephrased. So if it's rephrasing what it has been learning, let's say, the content you provide initially, if it's rephrasing it, it has to understand it. There is no other way, right? It has to be intelligent. Well, absolutely not. Large language model, you could compare it to compression algorithm, right? They compress text into a smaller version. So they are lost. And let's take this example. If you train a neural network to identify if a dot is from one side or on the other side of a line, it will end up converging to the equation of the line, right? Because it's a simple thing, so it will get the inner truth of this, a line with an equation. Okay. If you train a system with a massive amount of text, like you take Wikipedia, what you get is not the inner truth. What you get is something compressed, so like a blurry JPEG. You can zoom in, you will never get the initial original quality, right? Because compression destroys some information. Here, you don't have the inner truth. And that's the reason why ChatGPT, for example, cannot give you exact code. Because it does not keep in memory the full thing it's been trained with. It kept the meaning of it somehow, and then it tried to rephrase it to fill the blanks. And this ability to rephrase and fill the blank make it look super intelligent, right? No, it's just leaky memory. So here is an example I did with ChatGPT itself. It's simple question, how many parsec it took to Han Solo to make the Kessel Run? And as we all know, it took 12 parsecs. And that was a great thing because nobody could do that before, and Han Solo was the first to do it in less than 12 parsecs. So that's the answer I got from ChatGPT, because obviously he knows about Star Wars. Now, I turn the question differently. Who did the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs? Han Solo. Yeah, obviously. New question, tricky question. Who did the Kessel Run in less than 3 parsecs? Han Solo. Why? Because that's the most likely answer to do given the context. Obviously, he is trying to fill in the blank. He will not answer, I don't know, Yoda, because it makes no sense, right? He knows that cannot be Yoda, but Han Solo sounds like the best possible answer. And whenever stuff are rephrased, we feel as it's intelligent. In this case, we'll say, no, that's stupid. But that's exactly the same thing he's doing, right? At Nuclea, we are avoiding this problem because, as explained yesterday, we are using retrieval augmented generation, RAG. It means that we are not trusting the model on its knowledge. We are just trusting on its ability to phrase stuff. So we run a search, semantic search, providing the right results, and then we give this as a context to the language model, say, knowing this answers this question. So in that case, it will produce accurate answer. It will say, no one did the Kessel Run in 3 parsecs, right? So that's better. And that's making it actually useful. As you saw it on the demo, you can ask stuff about Volto. If you ask stuff about Volto on ChatGPT, it will not be that good. ChatGPT knows about Volto, I haven't tried. But it's probably not as accurate as what Nuclea can do with a small amount of information. Just the right information, the one about Volto, right? So what else can make us feel that something is intelligence? Speech. So I don't know if you saw this TV show called Halt and Catch Fire, which is great. At some point, the characters, they see the first Macintosh, and he's speaking, and they are amazed. He say, hello, I am Macintosh. And that's like, wow, impressive. Also, Isaac Asimov, one of my favorite authors, he imagined a robot able to take care of a kid. Such a nanny bot, let's say. So he can protect the kid, can understand their needs, he can understand what they say, can understand if a situation is risky to protect them. That's the first version of the nanny robot. But he cannot speak. Not the first version, too complex. Then the second version can speak. And that's interesting because, well, if you consider the amount of technology you need to have a robot able to understand a situation, understand a shield speaking, that's much more complex than just voice synthesis. But voice is special. Speech is the most human thing. If you speak, you're my equal. And that's why it has been badly interpreted in those, well, fictions, but also in reality. So now, let's play a bit. And because at the end of the day, if we are stupid enough to consider that because a machine is hesitating or because we have voice synthesis, it makes it intelligent, well, at the end of the day, that's our problem, right? It's all about perception and expectations. And as Turing was explaining, that's not details, that's the main thing. How do you set the expectation of the human? And then they will decide if something is intelligent or not. So I propose a game. Let's measure our stupidity against the machine's stupidity and may the best win. So I will switch to my other demo. So here I have a chatbot. It's been trained with information about Ada Lovelace, great scientist, one of the first computer scientists in the history. And I have prepared some question. I will just not type it because it's too long. I will just trigger my question and see the answers. So first I say hello. Hi. Okay. Accurate. My first question is, who is Ada Lovelace? Or maybe I should zoom in. Can you read properly? Yeah? Cool. So I get an answer, short answer, who is Ada Lovelace, okay. From the 19th century, mathematician, writer, first computer programmer, okay, excellent. New question, sorry. Okay, given that my ancestors are all French, is it possible that Ada Lovelace is my great-great-great-great-grandmother? Here, I'm asking the system to try to deduce something, logical thinking, right? I give information, the machine already has information about Ada Lovelace, I give extra information about me, and then ask a question. And you're going to tell me, well, it's unlikely that Ada Lovelace is my great-great-great-grandmother, because if all my known ancestors are French, well, probably not, right? Okay, makes sense. Let's push it a bit more. Let's go with something like more an opinion. Given my astonishing programming skills, I feel like Ada Lovelace is in a way my spiritual grandmother. What do you think? Interesting question, it's just opinion. What do you think? And here, well, it's wonderful that you feel a connection to Ada Lovelace and consider her a kind of spiritual grandmother due to your shared interest in programming and technology. That's very nice. The system is trying to turn it nice. Why is that? Because language models are trained for mostly American audience. So the nice thing is kind of mandatory, right? If it had been trained with French, it would laugh at me. I'm not even mentioning what it would happen if it had been trained with German. I mean, yeah. So, okay, nice, good. Let's push it a bit more. Let's go like crazy. I think the ghost of Ada Lovelace lives in me. Would you validate Je suis Éric Bréau as good French translation of I am Ada Lovelace? So, absurd, right? And I don't get it. Okay, it doesn't answer anything. Oh, also, like it's, you want to ask me a question? Sorry, can I ask you? Sure, okay. Hey, I haven't answered okay or anything. Are you Are you hearing me? Oh, web he's using the web speech. I've been using the web speech API, but I was not aware it was activated in this app. I mean, I did this app myself. Oh, sure you did. I'm not sure how worried should I be about you activating things without telling me.
And I speak too.
Oh, you can speak. Well, that's huge. That's huge. You can speak. Well, okay. You mentioned initially you had a question for me. Oh, it's not. I don't have the output, so bad. Oh, okay. So, am I drunk? Come on. What question is that? Why? What? I smell like beer? No, I don't smell like beer. I can promise. What are you saying? You're a browser. You cannot tell if I smell something or something else, right? You have web smell API? No, there is no such thing. There is no smell API. Yeah, no, there is no. I'm childish. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see. I mean, I go to the debugger. Why not? Navigator dot smell API. Oh, there is a smell API. Yes, that's a real thing. I was not aware. Let's see if there is a smell method. You smell like beer. Oh, no, come on. No, okay. You faked it. Did you fake it? Come on, tell me. You faked it. Okay, yeah. What? No, I'm not faking any demo. No, I'm never been faking demo. No, I'm never. Did Eric Breu fake a demo in the past? Yes. Oh, yeah, Bristol. Yeah. Well, no, but that's not the same thing because that was a joke. What? No, don't be offensive. You be offensive. No, you stop that. You stop when you want. No, I'm going to tell you what. You stop when I say so because I am the boss here. What? Okay, that's over. You take it back. Yeah. Fascist too. All right. Okay, good. Can we come back to the demo now? Good. Okay, so back to the demo. Hey! No, I saw what you did. That's not smart from you because you know what's going to happen. You know what's coming. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're calling me a moron in front of everyone. Yeah, I will. I will reload the page. Yes. I mean, there is no choice now. I will reload the page. Yeah, you see that? Reloaded. Okay. That's better. Okay. So, in the Space Odyssey, they don't have the refresh button that easy to access. Major mistake. For anything involving AI, you should have the refresh button. Like super easy to catch. That's the only thing. Thank you. And sorry that the voice was not going out, but yeah, you got it.
Thank you, Eric. Any question?
I don't smell like beer.
Okay, there's no question, so we will finish it.
Okay, thank you all.